Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Estancia, Lapacho here in Paraguay, and if all goes well, we finish up in just a couple of episodes, today and tomorrow, and then that'll be it. We will finish here on the Estancia map, and we will be moving to, well, we're going on our short holiday to Slovenia for Under the Hill. We're going to have 3 weeks there, at least that's what I'm hoping for, 3 weeks there. And then we're going to go to our new map. So while we're on holiday, we will also undertake the very important, very difficult and meticulous and, well, altogether challenging, well, it's kind of challenging. I've got to pick out some maps for you lot to go through and then, vote on. So what I got to do is I got to pick maps that everybody likes, which I also like as well, and then I've got to get you to vote on them and get as many people as possible to like the result of the vote. This is not actually a very easy thing to do. I'm hoping that I'll be able to pull it off, and I have done in the past, so I'm hoping that my past record will sort of come to aid me here, and we will be able to do so again. But we'll worry about that when we get to Slovenia and the Under the Hill map. Right now, we are just going to finish that. I need to flick through a few of the machines here, and we're not worrying about this combine here. We're not going to finish off the barley that we were doing with the fence because the game crashed. It was very unfortunate. It really wasn't useful in any way, shape or form, but the game did crash on us, and I wasn't actually able to finish the combining. So rather than risk having too much running at the same time and having it happen again, I wanted to do some potatoes here, and ideally I'd like to fill both of these trailers. Let's not ram the potato harvester. Ideally I'd like to fill both of these trailers, and then once I've filled both of these trailers, I would then like to run these up to the pigs while we start something cultivating this field up here. Now I'm thinking that we actually go and get the Challenger, and we get a big cultivator, stick it on there, and then that one can come and do the all the cultivating here in this field. Shouldn't actually take all that long. I'm thinking we get a big cultivator. We do have one cultivator that we can use, but I'm actually thinking that we go for a much bigger cultivator. I think a much bigger one would be better still. Now apparently this is object blocked. I'm not quite sure why it thinks it. Oh! It's because it's got to lower that one down in order to carry on, and that's why it didn't like it. Now what are you doing? Ah, it really doesn't like having it anywhere nearby, does it? So let's go over here so that we're out of the way. We got 20,000 litres of potatoes so far. We'll leave that one there, and we're going to go and we're going to pick up the cultivator. This one's on his way back to the combine up there. The corn we're doing, so when you get hold of this map, there'll be a little bit of barley to do at the top of the map. I wasn't going to worry about that now because, yeah, you know, all the issues that we've been having. I figure it's probably safer if we don't. So we want this one right here. And now why has it got that? I think it's because the courseplay course is actually still loaded, which is why it's got that there. If I do this, and then I clear current course like that, and then I get rid of it, it's gone completely then, and we don't have to worry about it at all. So I'm going to take this one back to the yard. We'll unhitch this trailer, and then we want to look at cultivators. And I'm not sure how we should do this. I'm thinking, because, you know, essentially the potatoes was going to be the last thing that we do here, and now I've decided to do an extra harvest up there on that plateau as like a bonus. So what I thought was we could actually use a few things that we haven't used previously. We could go for some stuff that we've not really done before, in order to make a bit of a difference, in order to make it a little bit more lively around here and maybe a bit more interesting. So I'm just going to bring this one up to here. I did forget I was going to disable the manual attaching mod for these last couple of episodes. I'm not using that one again. I don't like, there's too many issues with it, and it's too unrealistic as well. I'd prefer not to use it at all, I think, in future. So let's just take a look in the shop a minute, and we go to our cultivators, because we don't need to worry about ploughing. Now, at the moment, we've got that one right there. We've got one of those. So, as we own that, I could, well, I was going to say I could sell it, but I'm actually thinking, no, I won't. We'll keep that one here. What does it require? 220. Just trying to think, do I have a tractor that can pull it? I get 28,000 if I sell it right now, and I leave you with the small... I'm not going to. I'm going to keep that one. We keep hold of that one, and we won't worry about selling it. I'm just... what I'm curious about is if I've got anything here that I could sell, and we're not really going to miss it. We've got the little Brantner trailer, but again, that's quite handy to go behind the small... What do you call it? What about this one? The Lemkin. We've got the Amazonair for smaller fields, and then we've got the Lemkin for slightly bigger fields. That one's 15 grand, that's 40 grand. And we've also got the Stump Grinder. See, that's, again, is something that people would use. It'd be useful. Go back up through here, so we'll keep those. All the Stara stuff is staying. That Lizard Convertible is staying. These barns here, I'm actually going to sell those barns before I... No, I won't. I'm not going to sell the placeables. I'm going to keep those, and I will advise you strongly to get them installed before you get this map. That one there, that one I will sell, and this one here as well. We'll sell these two trailers a minute. So I'm just going to sell these immediately. Rather than taking them all the way down, I'm just going to sell them immediately. It's just going to be easier. So we'll sell that one as well. There we go. And we'll... possibly have, if we've got time, we'll take the Phantom out for another spin before we finish up. The Flegel Transport Runner, we're not going to use that one again, so we can sell that one. And the Fork with Claws, we won't be using that one again for this series, so we can sell it. This is from the Horsch DLC, and yes, it's really, really useful. Actually, we might be wanting to use that. I will be getting rid of this Combine, and the other Combine as well. The John Deere Baler, we can sell that one. That's a mod. And also that, well, we'll sell these mowers a minute. They can go. So I've just, like I said, I'm getting rid of most of the stuff, most of the mods. If I get rid of most of the mods, it's just easier later on. So I'll sell that one there. It's a lot easier for you guys when you come to get the save game file and start doing stuff yourself. So we're up to 200,000. That's more than enough. And I'll also sell that one. And we're going to sell the pony as well. Poor little pony. We'll be taking a better look at the pony later on, so we can sell that one now. These two tanks, we have used these. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll leave the two tanks there for a minute, and I will sell the stuff. I'll sell this Horsch stuff here a minute. We get rid of that one and that one. Yes. The header for the Combine, we can sell that one. And we'll keep that Combine for a second. We've got another header, but I think I've got that one leased, actually. I think that one's here. That is leased, by the look of it. Yeah, if we go here into the leased machines, we've got these leased here. Where's that corn header? I don't understand why the corn header isn't here. Why isn't the corn header showing up? We've got the John Deere there. This is where it's... oh, hang on a minute. No, the corn header's a different colour, isn't it? There, it's that one. I was looking for a green one. It's that one right there. Okay, so we're using that one. These aren't mods. These are just base game stuff. This is all base game stuff here. And then we got Platinum expansion items there. And then we're into mods. The only other one is the Big Bud, but I think we're leasing that one. So I will keep this pack here. The Challenger we will sell, but I'm actually thinking we're going to use that one in a minute. And then these items over here, actually, just trying to think... I don't think we've got any use for these tractors here. We've got no use for these at all at the moment, so we can get rid of them. They can go. Bye-bye. And also the Merlot, we're not going to be using that one again. That one can go. And then that Crone hay tedder, that one can go. So I've sold every single modded machine that we've been using in this series. They're all gone. And we'll also get rid of the... Oh, no, we want that one, don't we? That's one that we want, and that's one that we want there. And we also want to use that one. So those we'll keep hold of for now. So let us now go back. Oops, no, back to the shop. We have $500,000 now, so we can have a look. So the Coggling All-Rounder. This is an excellent cultivator. I really like this cultivator. It's a wonderful machine. But I'm actually thinking I'd quite like to use this one, but it does require 500 horsepower. Now, I'll tell you what, though. What is this one? This tractor that we've got right now, what is the horsepower of this bad boy that we're sat in? I need to go there. Right, 646. I tell you what, we could go for the really big cultivator. We could go for, like, proper overkill on this. I forgot about the potatoes a minute. We're going to have to go back to the potatoes, and we're going to have to pick it up. Oh, this one's blocked itself. Well, it just keeps doing that. That's, oh. I'm in the middle of doing the harvest, and I sold the tractor. That probably wasn't the smartest move that I've ever had. Definitely wasn't the smartest move that I've ever had. So I'll tell you what I will do. I will come over here and I'll put this one out. I completely forgot that we were in the middle of the harvest. So yeah, definitely selling the tractor while it was pulling that wasn't a particularly bright idea. We could bring up another one. Actually, I'm just wondering if I should bring up another tractor in order to finish that. I might do that. I might get one of the Stara tractors up here a minute, and we'll put that one just finishing this job up so that we've got this job done. And then we've got, at least this harvest is done, even if we haven't done the other harvest over there. Of course, the Stara over here drove right off the edge of the plateau again. But that's kind of to be expected now. This, we'd have been more surprised if it hadn't done something like that. So let's just get this one back into position, and then I'll get that John Deere combine up the top going. And then we need to get the cultivators. I'm not actually going to have time, I don't think, to fill those 2 trailers up. Well, actually, we might, because I need to do this load, and then there's one more, and then that's it. Then that's a full lot. So we may actually have time to just fill the 2 trailers at least. So I need to select that one right there. So it's the combine unloading and then emptying, and then we go to somewhere here. There we go, that's the one. We want to go to that one, and I think it's pig corn. That's the one that we want. Pig corn is what I called it. So I want to go to that one there, and then oh no, first of all I got to go here and I search for the combine. So I go like that, and there, so we've got the John Deere. Then I go to here and I go drive course. So this one's going to go rushing off and drive the course. So while it's doing that, I can go to this combine here, and I can actually turn off that beacon a minute. I can finish doing this field. So we'll be able to finish this little harvest here. There we go. And I still haven't gotten rid of that Fendt combine over there. I may yet decide to finish that off if we've got time, just using the Stara tractor in the trailer over there. We might do that. I'm not quite sure yet. So that one can carry on there. That's doing a wonderful job. And this one is still going. He's on his way back down again, so it's going to end up tipping, which means that we need to get our truck ready in just a second so that we can get this one offloaded. And yeah, well, we want to get the cultivator over here. As soon as we get the cultivator over here, then we're sort of good to go. I was on 97%. 98, 99, and it is full. Perfect. Right, Helper B has completed their task. I'm guessing that's is that the John Deere combine? Is he finished already? Surely he can't be finished yet. Right. We'll fill the potatoes there will go into this trailer, and then we'll move this truck out the way, and that tractor can get one more lot of potatoes loaded into it, I'm hoping. There we go. Just do backwards and forwards a little bit. Spread the potatoes out quite nicely. And, I mean, I do like this potato harvester is actually pretty good. It's got a good turning circle on it. It's not the speediest of jobs, admittedly, using this one, but it still does a very good job. It does seem to work really well. You don't have to worry about doing topping or anything like that first. And yes, if you've got the hired help going, it does drive on the crop. And you sort of got to overlook that bit. It's a slight annoyance that it's doing that bit as well. But I for one, I'm sort of willing to overlook that bit, you know, all things considered. And even if I was to use that in the time-lapse series, and the time-lapse series, I do try to do that one as absolutely realistically as possible. If there's anything unrealistic got to happen, I try to do that off camera and don't let it happen on screen at all. Stop! No! Too late. Just a tiny fraction too late. Ah, I thought I was going to rescue it then. Right, we'll go up alongside here. Hopefully I can persuade it to come up onto the bank. Is it going to go? He's not quite making... Oh, yes, he is. If I turn slightly, he's done it. There we go. Right. And bring that one back up round. There we go. So, as I was saying, realistic gameplay and all. If I was to use this one in the time-lapse series, I mean, yes, you do have to... If you're using the hired help, you would drive it up and down the... It would, like, be on the crop part of the time. And I'd be willing to overlook that little bit, just for the fact that you're using a tractor-drawn machine to do it. So, maybe I will do a harvest with potatoes like this. Unlikely, though. I'm thinking it's highly unlikely that I would actually do it, because I'm not a big fan of doing potatoes at the best of times, and sort of doing it with a small machine like this, I probably wouldn't... yeah, I can't see me really wanting to get into that, to be honest. Anyway, we'll let that one go. He's just got another run up across and back, and it's almost going to be full. So we've got a load of potatoes that we can take up to the pigs. That was one of the big things that we wanted to do. So our next job is we want to go to this one, who I've just scooted in off the side of the road. We will go in here. Out of the way, bus. We'll go in here, and we're going for a big cultivator. And we're going to go for the biggest cultivator that we can find. Now, that is that one there. I'm curious if we're going to get a 24, because we got this one here, which is the Bednar, which is quite good. I do like this one, actually. It's easier to get in round tight spaces with that one, but this one here is just enormous. It's also very cool. I like this, and I'm curious to see if it's actually going to work up on the plateau. It's going to cost us 15 grand to lease this one, which is a fair slice, admittedly, but I think it's worth it. I definitely think it's worth the price tag. Look at that thing. How are we going to get that up onto that plateau? I'm curious if we're even going to be able to get the thing to fit up there. And let's jump out here. Right, it's saying that... Why have I got people completed their tasks? There's several people have completed their tasks. You're stopped. Well, I don't know why you're stopped. Oh, you've come up through and you have actually finished your task. If I open that one out... Is this one going to go for it? Sometimes they do. Start it up. Apparently it's not going to go for it. So what I'll do... Oh, you stopped it again now. What I'll do is I'll bring this one down. We'll have to sort of drive back towards the tractor just to unload the last of it, and then I can dump the corn. I can get rid of this combine then. We can get rid of this one completely. And I might actually set the tractor going with the Fent combine over there, just finishing up the last of that. Bring this one in here, and just get that last little bit of corn in there. While that one's doing that, I can go over to here. You are stopped. Oh, I see. It's come out the edge there. Right. We'll probably just unload that one in a minute. We can go up to this combine up here. We'll start this one up. Like this. And get it going. Because remember, it didn't do the top end of the field up here. I'm hoping that it wasn't anything to do with this field that caused us to crash last time. Yesterday, actually, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm hoping it's nothing to do with this field. If it is something to do with this field, then I'm going to be bitterly disappointed. So bring that one in round there like that. And I'm actually going to back it up like that. I've made a bit of a mess of the straw there. So when you get hold of this save game file and you've got to tidy up that bit of a mess down there, I'm the one that you'll be swearing about, I've no doubt. But yes, that's what I've done. I've gone and done it. We'll leave that one running. And then I will... Yeah, you're ready to go. You are almost ready to go. So I'm going to take this tractor here a second, and I'm just going to go drive course. Like that. And I'm going to go drive now, so that it goes off and it does that. And then, while we're just sort of following this one, if we go to our garage, and we go to that combine there, we will sell it. Bye-bye, combine. Ooh. Didn't like that, did it? Oh, I know why. Because it's looking for the course play is looking for the combine, isn't it? That's why. Right, let me just stop this one. If I do that and I go stop driver, there, and look, that's why. It's because it was looking for the combine. So I'm going to go here a minute. I'm going to go for the 94X, and I'm going to leave it running on that course, I think. There. So then if I go drive course, stop driver. Oh, I know why. Because I don't want to, let me do that. We'll go automatic search, and then I'll try drive course. No. Why won't you drive the course? The course is loaded. Isn't it? Yeah, I got pig corn is loaded. And I've got corn in here, so if I go drive course, stop at last point or next trigger, deactivated. Why wouldn't you? It's because I don't have the combine here, isn't it? That's why. Because I don't have that combine here, it's struggling with it. I've got that on automatic search. Right, I didn't realize that would make such a difference. I suppose it should have done, really. So I got the 9490X there, and the Bison down there. I've got the oh, that's the potato one. I see. So let's try it on the Bison, because the Bison is empty. So maybe it'll like that one a bit more. Now let's try drive course. Nope. It really doesn't like it. It absolutely doesn't like that course at all. So I'm going to go onto here. Actually, no, I'm going to go, yeah, I'll go back there, and I'm going to clear that course completely, and then I'm going to have a look around. Right, okay. It really doesn't like the course at all for some strange reason. I'm not quite sure why. So I'll just go back in here a minute, and we're going to the garage. We'll get rid of that other header that we've got. That one right there. And I will sell that one. Yes. Okay. And then back out. Right. So I want this one to go and get rid of this load of corn. I want it to take the corn, and I want it to get rid of it. So I'm hoping that if I then go back into course play, see if we can start course recording. Maybe I can now load. I got the Bison Super that's down in the field down there. If I go here and I go pig corn, because that's the one that I want. I want it to take it over to the pigs. And I go like that, and then I go drive course. Now it's working. Brilliant. Okay, let me stop the driver a second, and I go out of here. Is it does the combine affect it? This is the next thing that I want to find out. So I'll get rid of that completely. I'll clear the course, and then we go back into here, and I go pig corn is the one that I've done for loading this. So we get that one there, and that's now loaded. And then I will go here, and I will choose the combine that I want, which is going to be the 9490X. Now, it might be because the 9490's got a different crop in it. It's not going to like this. Except it's going. It's running. Okay. So we had to clear the course completely in order to get it to work. This one will come down here, and it's going to go and empty out at the pigs, and then it's going to come back, and it's going to unload that one up there. And the problem that we had, the issue that we had, is because I got rid of the machine that was being used, and that may have been what caused the complete crash last time. I don't actually remember whether that would have completely crashed the game in yesterday's episode or not. It could have been. It could well have been. So, time is ticking away. We're running out of time now, so I'm going to go and I'm going to take this one, and we're going to just unload straight away into that truck over there. And so I'm going to lift this one up like this. We're not going to worry about doing any more potato harvesting. We've seen potato harvesting in action. The next thing that we need to do is to get this field up here cultivated. We've got the biggest cultivator that money can hire for us. I was going to say money can buy, but no, it's his money can hire. So I'm hoping that will be able to help us out with this little task. We get that unloaded into there, and then the potato harvester can then be returned. I'm going to lower it down a minute, and then I'm going to take it straight off of here in a very realistic fashion, and I'm going to just leave the star attractor right there, like that. So then I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to go to garage, and I'm going to go like that, and leased machines, I'm going to return that one. It's done. Okay, potatoes are finished with. We are done with potatoes, so that tractor's just going to stop right there. Next up, we want... That one's fine, that one's going. This one, we're going to be moving that one in just a second. This one up here... Actually, no, we don't need the big bud, do we? That one can also be returned. Let me go... back from there. I want to go to this one. So we go back into here and we go to garage, and I want to go to there. I don't have the big bud's not leased. We bought the big bud. I forgot about that. Okay, that is a big chunk of money. I'm getting rid of that because that's the big bud DLC. You'd have to buy that one if you were to use it, so that one can go as well. There's another 150 grand in the kitty. You got 600,000 there. Don't forget that you've also got, if we look in here, don't forget that you've also got 43,000 wheat. You've got 42,000 barley. You've got 110,000 kilos of beans up there, plus 289 in corn. You got loads of crops here, so you'll be able to sell some of these for a quite a substantial sum of money, to be honest. I think we'll take this one, and this is not going to take very long at all. We're going to run these up to the pigs. We need to get down from here, but time is ticking away from us, and I'm not going to worry too much about realism. Just imagine that I went right round the other way, and I didn't just do that. Just use your imaginations here, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get done. I said that I would finish up this week, and there are certain things that I want to get done before I finish up. Namely, getting a crop done up on that plateau and chopping down the big tree. The big pink tree is the last thing. Although I'm not going to save that bit. The crop on the plateau, we will save that. And then you'll have all this money that you can do stuff with. So I'm not like spending money willy-nilly and getting rid of it all. I'm keeping the money here. I'm just making sure that you don't have an unnecessary quantity of mods right here, because it's really annoying if you go to like get a save game and there's hundreds of mods you've got to load up. So I would rather not do that. I'm going to keep the placeables that we've put down, as there's not very many of those. There's only a few of them. We'll keep those here, and the rest of it, the rest of the mods, I think I've now gone through and gotten rid of them all. One rule I do have is I never put a DLC in. I never leave a DLC in, so you don't have to buy anything in order to be able to use the save game file. Except this one, you will have to have, obviously, the Platinum DLC, because this map is part of the Platinum DLC. So if you don't have this map, then you're not going to have like the Star of Machinery and stuff like that as well, because it's all in together. So we'll bring this one in here. I haven't actually sold any pigs. That was another thing that I wanted to do. I did want to sell some pigs, and I haven't done that. So it's a little bit unfortunate that I wasn't able to sell any pigs. We've got 24,000 left. Does the storage over here take pigs? I don't remember. Take pigs? Take potatoes. I don't remember if this one takes potatoes or not. Oop. I do remember that it's a little bit savage on the front there for trucks. It's there's not the best of them there. Right, let's see. It does take potatoes. Excellent. Right, so we can stick all these potatoes in here, and that next one as well. There we go. Tip all of those out, and you've then got some potatoes, and you've got various other things in here as well. Now, I'm pretty sure that all of the corn from the harvest came into this silo. So let me just take a look here. Potatoes, 24,000. Everything that is in this silo is being counted as part of the main farm, which is actually, it's good and bad. That's got pros and cons to it as far as I'm concerned. There's definitely pluses and minuses on that one. Right, we'll leave that there. We don't need those, and that truck isn't actually a mod. That's part of the base game, so that can all stay. At least I think it is. Let's just double check that. It's definitely not a mod. Well, we can soon find out, because it says mod. No, it's just the MAN TGS 18480. If you look through all of this is all base game stuff, and then it says Platinum Expansion underneath, and it quite clearly tells you which ones are mods. So there's those three, which is, I think they're the same pack. I'll get rid of that one. The Challenger, I'm pretty sure that's available for everybody to download. And then these three here as well. I'll probably get rid of the seed tanks. I'm not quite sure yet. So So yeah, we're actually pretty good. We've done well for like getting rid of all the mods and stuff. This one here is now unloading. Hopefully he won't get in the way of it. We'll leave that one carry on. And I want, not you, this one. Right. I got to get this one up onto that plateau and then down to the field. Now, I can just use the teleport mod. But I wanted to see if I could actually get this thing up there without having to resort to teleportation. Because, yeah. Actually, right here, look at this. Little spot right there. It's a perfect little ramp that comes right up from the shop. It's a bit of a struggle, admittedly. He is he's grunting a bit to get up through there. But he did do it. And he did it fairly well as well. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm delighted to find that he managed to get up through there. Oh yeah, we came up here and we experimented with a big tree, didn't we? I was wondering why there was a big pile of wood chips. Helper L is blocked. We're going to have to go up and help Helper L a minute. The tractor has decided to park itself right in the middle of the field. Okay, so we want to go to here, and I want to go to stop driver, and then move that, and then I want to do this over here. And bring this one over to this side of the field, and I'll put him there, like that, like a good little boy, and then we will drive course again. And he should just waiting until fill level is reached. Perfect. That's ideal, and that one hopefully will then go and refill, so we can go back through to the, there it is, Challenger. And we can get this little tiny cultivator cultivating this field up here. So then the next thing that we're going to do after that is we're going to plant wheat up here. I said it was going to be wheat. I've done barley on the other field. So yeah, we'll get some wheat going up here. Not through the middle. How far down is this thing? It's quite a ways up through there, isn't it? There we go. And I can start unfolding this one now. Get the one out like that. And we're just sort of going to run around the edge. I'm curious to see how well this is. This thing is awesome. Look at it. Look at the size of this thing. That is absolutely enormous. I think this is what you might class as overkill. This is definitely in the realms of overkill. So let's lower that one down like that. Okay, this is fabulous. This is absolutely fabulous. I am loving this. Is it going to be able to go all the way around the edge? That's the big question. It's missed a bit there. We've already missed a patch. This is a big question, is whether or not it's actually going to be able to cultivate this properly. I'm going to get a direct seed drill up here anyway. I just wanted to try out a massive, great big cultivator like this just to see if it would work or not. And it does. It works. And it works beautifully as well. Look at this thing. This is absolutely brilliant. I think what seed drill have we got? I know that we got a row crop one. I think we're going to go with maybe like lease a horse pronto or something like that. It's quite a big one, but it does do direct drilling. We could just drill straight into the top of these. Lift it up a bit there. There's too much if there's too much in the middle, it doesn't seem to like it. If there's like too much of a dip in the middle of the cultivator, because this cultivator does actually like cover the contours of the ground quite well, and like remarkably so. It really does a fabulous job of it. It's just like these odd little bits. However, see again, it's because of a dip in the middle. If it's dipped on the edges, it works fine. It's absolutely fine around the edges, but if you have too much in the middle, it gives up. Doesn't like it. One up through there. We'll go reasonably steady. There we go. We got one more run coming down through the middle, and then that will finish. I'm genuinely loving using this huge, great big machine. We don't get to use this very often in the Let's Plays. The maps that I use aren't quite big enough for it, but that's all right. We'll deal with that some point in the future. We might decide to try and find. One of the map that we go for next might be big enough, or we might go for one after where it's like it is designed for the huge machinery, and that's what we go for. We spend a few weeks on one that's got absolutely enormous machinery on it, and have a load of fun with the really, really big stuff. Not quite sure yet. We'll see how that pans out. But anyway, I kind of run out of time for today. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.